Good morning, everybody. That background is getting a little bit hectic, isn't it? With all my eBay stuff pulled out. It's it's not the norm. It's not the norm. That's for sure. Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff around. Quite a bit of stuff around indeed. What are you going to do about all this stuff, Kenya? Well, Kenya, I was thinking about selling it for some money. Well, it's not making you money right now, so what are you going to do with it, Kenya? I guess I could put it away. That would be an excellent idea, Kenya. I'm glad I thought of it, Kenya. Thank you. You're welcome, Kenya. Well, that's what happened to that charger. Ha ha ha. Murphy's sitting up there like, why are you talking to yourself? You're supposed to be talking to me. I'm the mascot. How you doing today, Murphy? It is Wednesday, 7:13 a.m. and it's April 22nd, 2020. How you feeling? I'm a turtle. What am I supposed to feel? And he swims off. Hey, y'all. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody who came to the party. Ooh, I just made that one up. I like that. Good morning, everybody who came to the party. It's a Bible reading party. Oh, yeah. I should have been a songwriter. Good morning to the party. No, good morning, everybody. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like it so much I'm going to record it so I don't forget it. Cheesy, I know. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the party. It's a Bible reading party. Oh yeah. That's my digital tape recorder. Yeah. Bible reading party song. And save. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the party. It's a Bible reading party. Oh yeah. See, these thoughts, they just come to me all the time, all day, every day. It's nonstop, really. It's nonstop, really. I'm always thinking of new ideas, and that's why I'm always on the computer. My dear mother said she's worried about me, and I'm like, don't worry about me. Kenya gonna be all right. But you're always on that computer all the time. It's because, Mama, the ideas, they come faster than I can put them up on the screen. Yeah, it's like that sometimes. But it's a good thing. I'd rather have too many ideas than not enough. Okay, how about you stop talking to yourself, Kenya, and say hello to the people in the room. Make sure you guys can hear me. I'm pretty sure you can. Yep, microphone check. Microphone 1, 2. Let's see. That's me saying good morning and welcome everybody. Thumbs up for the live stream. Please share the stream if you can. I Want a Cat says, hey, Kenya. And she also says, it's Bunny. I'm not new. Okay. Bunny's on strike has now become I Want a Cat. Change is good. Change is good. I'm curious why you changed, but you know what? That's not for me to know. So, welcome back. The Wiz, good morning. Nicole, good morning for you, fam. Even Fraser, good morning, everybody. The Wiz, don't forget to like I Want a Cat. Oh, yeah. I Want a Cat. She's a professional. She knows. She knows. Ooh, pardon me. And Bucky's 2.0, I'm here. Tee hee hee. Oh, Bucky, you're a little scamp. All right, let's get started this morning. And I did let you guys know what time is it? Tool time. No, it is not tool time. It is Bible time. So the time is now 7:18 a.m. It is April 22nd, 2020. It is, I tell you, I could talk all day. Me and my daughter, we can talk all day. This doesn't happen. It's something about when I use my speaking voice, because I'm trying to be as clear as I can as possible. I'm trying to project in my voice. I'm trying to speak clearly, and I'm trying to speak very, like, clean and properly so that everybody in all places that hear me, so they can hear me. And it's like my voice knows, my voice knows when I'm trying to speak, and it gets all clogged up. Good grief. Tissue. Just in case I need to blow my nose. Water. I think I need to get some more lemons. And yes. Oh yeah, and it's Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Katat and Cooking Mama's Homestead says good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming to the live stream. If you don't know who I am, it's me, Kenya. I am the host and creator of this beautiful channel called 40 Entrepreneur Drive, where I normally talk about business stuff, entrepreneur stuff, motivational stuff, and I read the Bible. So in case you didn't know where you were, what you clicked on, it's a Bible reading party. Yes, 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 let's get this party started. This is the part where y'all gotta put your hands up, like literally, even though I can't see it. But I can say, let's get this party started. Let's get this party started. Let's get this party started. It's a Bible reading party. Let's get this party started. Let's get this party started. Let's get this party started. It's a Bible reading party. Yeah! We are in the book of Joshua, but that title is wrong. I need to update it. That's yesterday's title. It says 16 through 18. So let me just change that real quick. Real quick. It should be like 19, 20, and 21, right? Because it's usually about 3 chapters a day. So let me change that so people who come in won't be screaming, false advertisement! False advertisement! You promised me the book of Joshua 16, 17, and 18, and now you're reading this other stuff. I'm reporting you to the Bible reading police. And then I'll have to go before the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and I might end up in the Bible jail like Paul, who used to be Saul, and then I might have to be praying and having some angels coming down and the shackles falling off of me. And then I walk around the building 7 times and I start shouting, and then the building starts falling apart. It'll just be a mess. It'll be a mess. So let me go ahead and change that now. There we go. If you refresh your screen, or if you go out and come in, or if you come in for the first time, it should now say Joshua 19 through 21. And we all were happy. They all lived happily ever after. So if today starts 19, I'm going to do the recap, which was 16, 17, and 18. 11 people in the room. Welcome and thank you. Show me how much you care by giving me a thumbs up, and we'll be all right. Nicole had her hands up. She was grooving with me. It's a Bible reading party. Hey, oh, hey, oh. Yesterday was chapter 16. And there was a lot of land parcels given out, dividing of the land for all those tribes of Israel. So in chapter 16, the land was given to Ephraim, not the person, but the tribe, Ephraim and West Manasseh. And land was also given to Ephraim again. Let's see, chapter 17, the land is given to West Manasseh. And then we had a cornerstone piece, like a little supplementary piece that breaks some stuff down, talking about how to follow God wholeheartedly. That was that little supplementary piece. Also yesterday, was chapter 18, talking about allotments for the remaining land. And I can't remember who it was. I think it was like Benjamin and somebody else. Everybody else had pretty much gotten their land. And Josh was like, you guys are still standing there? Why don't you go get your land? Like everybody else is already settled in. And so that's when land was given to Benjamin. And yeah, it looks like we're going to talk about Simeon today. Simeon and Naphtali. Yeah. Simeon, Naphtali, Dan, Asher, and Benjamin. Out of all those 12 tribes, these are the tribes that didn't get their land yet, for whatever reason. Interesting. I wonder if they can make a movie out of that. Why the tribes did not get their land. You never know. It might be exciting. But yes, that's what happened yesterday in 16, 17, and 18. Land is given to Benjamin. The eastern boundary was set at the Jordan River. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are up to date. For those of you listening through this part, I appreciate your patience because I've said it before and I will say it again. There are parts of the Bible, Lord forgive me, there are parts of the Bible that are a little bit dry, need a little bit of water. There are parts of the Bible that are a little bit dry. They're not exciting. You don't see a lot of drama going on. It's not a lot of back and forth dialogue where you can follow. Jesus said this. Paul said this. Mary said this. Joseph said this. So I do appreciate for those of you who are here and who have been here and who continue to be here. I appreciate it. Even though it's dry, it's still important because you need it to know the whole story. When we watch the news, we see the highlights, the little highlight pieces, and it's like a 30-second story, and they tell you the juiciest part and the most scandalous part, and it's all really there for shock value to get you intrigued, to make you say, really? What? But, there's so much more going on in the story. Like they say, there's two sides to the story, and there was more to it, and when you just highlight something, you're missing so much. You're missing so much of the story, and so we have been reading quite a bit of they got this piece of land, they got that piece of land, they got this piece of land, they got that piece of land. But it's going to help you understand who they were, how they lived, what they did, how they got to where they were. And then, as we go further on, it's a good chance that something that I read in the future is going to refer back to this, and it's going to help your understanding. It may not seem like it now, but it's going to help your understanding. So I just like to say that because I know, for me at least, sometimes I won't use the word boring. I'm not going to use the word boring because it is interesting to me, but it's a bit dry. Need a little bit of gravy over this meat sometimes. But it's meat nonetheless, and it's going to feed you. So, yeah. Now that I've said that, let's jump into 19. I am back. I want a cat. I am back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Y'all ready to read chapter 19? Yes, Kenya. Stop explaining the Bible. Just read the Bible. Okay, Dave. That's from Alvin and the Chipmunks. I watched a lot of TV as a child. Chapter 19. The land given to Simeon. Okay, so yesterday was Benjamin. Now this is Simeon. The second allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Simeon. Their homeland was surrounded by Judah's territory. Simeon's homeland included Beersheba, Sheba, Malada, Hazar Shual, Bala, Azim, Eltolad, Bethel, Horma, Ziklag, Beth Markaboth, Hazar Susa, Beth Lebaoth, and Sharuhan. 13 towns with their surrounding villages. It also included Ain, Rimon, Ether, and Ashan. 4 towns with their villages, including all the surrounding villages as far south as Baalath Bir, also known as Ramah of the Negev. As I'm reading this, I'm just really curious. I would love to have some Bible scholars in here just to help me out sometimes, because I have so many questions. For example, what? Oh man, my computer's like super, super slow. today. Okay, how about I close that tab since it's really slow and just ask the question on your phone, Kenya? Good idea. Good idea. I'm curious about something. Because I keep hearing a certain term or a certain part of a name, and I'm wondering, does it mean something? What does the prefix Beth mean in the Bible? In Hebrew, baby names, the meaning of the name Beth or Elizabeth is from El Sheba, meaning either oath of God or God is satisfaction. It's also a diminutive of Bethia, daughter or worshiper of God, and of Bethany, a New Testament village near Jerusalem. I'll show you the search results on my phone. Because do you notice like almost all of those, well not all, but almost a lot of those city names had the word Beth in it. And it says here in Hebrew, Beth comes from Elisheba, meaning oath of God, or God is satisfaction. Also, it is a diminutive. If you don't know what a diminutive is, it means something, near and dear, small. Like the diminutive of John is Johnny. Um, the diminutive of Rob is Robbie. So it's just taking something and kind of shortening it. But yeah, I don't know if you guys heard that, but as I'm reading more and more, I notice patterns. That's how my brain works. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, what is all this Beth this, and Beth that? So I wanted to know what that meant. I had here until I leave to collect my medicine. Oh, I missed something. Loved Alvin and the Chipmunks. I'm doing work, but I'm here listening. Okay, all right. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that. And you're here until you got to take off. All right. So yeah, if you guys did not notice, as I was reading those places, lots of land given to Simeon, I just kept hearing the word Beth. Did you not notice that? Or maybe the soothing sound of my voice just made you go into a slight relaxed mode. But yeah, let me start that over again. I'm in chapter 19 and I'm starting from verse 2, talking about what Simeon's people were receiving. Simeon's homeland included Beersheba, Sheba, Molada, Hazar Shual, Bala, Azam, Iltulad, Bethul, Horma, Ziklag, Bek Markaboth, Hazar Susa, did I say that already? Hazar Susa, Beth Lebaoth, and Sharuhin, 13 towns with their surrounding villages. It also included Ain, Rimon, Ether, and Ashan, 4 towns with their villages, including all the surrounding villages, far south at Baalath Beer, also known as Rama of the Negev. And I think there was a couple of Beth places. Yeah, even in Benjamin. So for yesterday's reading, Benjamin got Jericho, Beth Hogla, Beth Arabah, Bethel, Beth Hogla, said that part already. Beth Horon, Bethel. Yeah. So I was just curious. I kept hearing that part like it was tingling my Bible senses, not my Spidey senses, but my Bible senses. And so I wanted to look that up just to get a little bit deeper understanding. So still in verse 8, chapter 19 and verse 8, this was the homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Simeon. Their allocation of land came from part of what had been given to Judah, because Judah's territory was too large for them. So the tribe of Simeon received an allotment and allocation within the territory of Judah. And in verse 10, we are talking about the tribe of Zebulun, and the land given to them. Verse 10, the third allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Zebulun. The boundary of Zebulun's homeland started at Sarid. From there it went west going past Marla, touching Dabasheth, and proceeding to the brook east of Jokneam. In the other direction, the boundary went east from Sarid to the border of Kisloth Tabor, and from there to Dabereth and up to Japhia. Then it continued east to Gath Hefer, Eth-Kazin, and Rimmon, and turned toward Neah. The northern boundary of Zebulun passed Hanathon, and ended at the valley of Iftael. The towns in these areas included Katah, Nahalal, Shimron, Idalah, and Bethlehem. There's that Beth again, Bethlehem. 12 towns with their surrounding villages. The homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Zebulun included these towns and their surrounding villages. The land given to Issachar. The fourth allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Issachar. Its boundaries included the following towns: Jezreel, Kezuloth, Shunem, Hapharaim, Shion, Anaharath, Rabith, which kind of looks like rabbit, Kishion, Ebez, Remeth, En Ganim, En Haddah, and Beth Pazez. There's that Beth again, Beth Pazez. The boundary also touched Tabor, Shahazuma, and Beth Shemesh, ending at the Jordan River. 16 towns with their surrounding villages. The homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Issachar included these towns and their surrounding villages. So I'm curious here, and this is just commentary for me, my understanding so far. This land used to be called something else when it belonged to the other people. When the Israelites went in and took over, I'm assuming they are renaming these places, because a lot of these places have the word Beth in it. And since the Israelites are following God, and now that I've learned that Beth meaning oath of God or God of satisfaction, I'm kind of putting two and two together here. They are going into these places, they're naming it, this is our town now, they're putting down their flag, so to speak. Doop. This is the town of da da da, and it belongs to the tribes and clans of da 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 da. And as to honor and to reverence God, to show honor to God, some of these places have that Beth in it. That's just me making a huge assumption. So if I'm wrong, and if you can prove me wrong, or if you can give me some type of resource saying, well, really, this is why those towns were named this, or this is why, those cities have that name, always, always, always feel free to engage with me. Let me know in the live chat, or let me know in the comment section. I would appreciate the engagement, because maybe I might learn something new. But yeah, Beth, oath of God, kind of like that covenant. That's what it's reminding me of. Oath of God. That's what Beth means. Beth means oath of God, or God is satisfaction. So that's me putting two and two together. They're coming into this land. They're renaming all these cities and towns. And that word Beth, they keep tacking it on to different places. Beth Shemesh, Beth Pazez. So I don't know what those other parts mean, and you can feel free to look those up in your own time. But I'm just curious. All right, let me go on to verse 23, talking about the homeland allocated to the clans of tribe of Issachar, included these towns and their surrounding villages. Here's the land given to Asher. I don't know why, but I always think of Ashton Kutcher every time I see that name, Ashton Kutcher, which is not Asher, but I think about him. He's an actor. He used to be married to Demi Moore. Back to the Bible, Kenya. That's how my brain works. This is verse 24. In verse 24, the fifth allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Asher. Its boundaries included these towns: Helkath, Hali, Beten, Akshaph, Alamelech, Amad, and Mishal. The boundary on the west touched Carmel and Shihor Libnath. Then it turned east toward Beth Dagon, and ran as far as Zebulun in the valley of Iftath El, going north to Bethamek, and Nael. It then continued north to Kabul, Abdon, Rehob, Hammon, Cana, and as far as Greater Sidon. Then the boundary turned toward Ramah and the fortress of Tyre, where it turned toward Hosah and came to the Mediterranean Sea. The territory also included Mechabel, Akzib, Ummah, Afek, and Rehob, 22 towns with their surrounding villages. The homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Asher included these towns and their surrounding villages. Let's see. Eagle VP came in and says, "Hello, I want a cat. Hope you are having a nice day. Welcome back. Welcome back. You are right in time. I'm just I'm still in the first chapter, actually. The first chapter of today's reading, talking about all this land portion being given out." Hey, Eagle VP, do you know many people named Beth? And did you know the significance of the name Beth? I just read about it. Hi, Nicole. Did you know about the name Beth? Keep your ears perked up. You're going to keep hearing it. Let's see. Verse 31. The homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Asher included these towns and their surrounding villages. Now we're in verse 32, talking about land given to Naphtali. Naphtali. I want to say Natalie, but it's Naphtali. The sixth allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Naphtali. Its boundaries ran from Heleth, from the oak at Zayananim, and extended across to Adami, Nekeb, Jabneel, and as far as Lakum, ending at the Jordan River. The western boundary ran past Asnoth Tabor, then to Hukok, and touched the border of Zebulun in the south. The border of Asher on the west and Jordan River on the east. The fortified towns included in this territory were Ziddim, Zer, Hamath, Rakath, Kinnereth, Adama, Ramah, Hazer, Kadesh, Edrei, Enhazor, Euron, Migdal El, Horam, Beth Anath, and Beth Shemesh, 19 towns with their surrounding villages. In verse 39, the homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Naphtali included these towns and their surrounding villages. Now we are on to Dan. Everybody forgot about Dan. Little old Danny. This is the tribe of Dan in verse 40. Gotta love that 40. The seventh allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Dan. The land allocated as their homeland included the following towns: Zorah, Eshtaol, Irshemesh, Sha'alabin, Aijalon, Ithlat, Elon, kind of like Elon Musk. I wonder, did Elon Musk's name come from the Bible? You know, Elon Musk, the guy from SpaceX, and he's also the founder of the Tesla car. Elon Musk. Smart, brilliant mind. You should look him up. But yeah, that's one of these town names. Elon, Timnah, Ekron, Elteke, Gibbethon, Baalath, Jehud, Beni Berak, Gath Rimmon, Mejarkon, Rakon, and the territory across from Joppa. I'm curious about this Gibbethon. The word is Gibbethon, but you see, I'll type it in the chat. You'll see what I can see. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? You'll see the word that I see in this word. A word within a word is what I'm trying to say. I lost my word. All right. Let me know. I just put a word in the chat. You guys let me know if you see the word that I see in that word. I'm doing okay. It's been a little stressful, especially the start. Hopefully the rest of the day will be smooth sailing. I hope it is smooth sailing for you. I hope whatever issue is going on with you clears up really quickly and that you get your breakthrough and it all goes as planned. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, afternoon. How is everyone staying blessed? Give you a Beth. Good job. Good job. You get a special star. You get a special star because you're paying attention. You know how the teacher in the class, the class is like, or the teacher's like, okay, everybody who knows the answer to this. And half the kids are looking out the window at the squirrel climbing up the tree, and the other members of the class are passing notes by, and then somebody in the classroom is asleep, and then other class members are picking their nose, and then here comes Nicole. Nicole was like, I know the answer, and the teacher's like, okay, Nicole, what's the answer? And she's like, Beth. And then everybody's looking at her like, I was gonna say that. Like, no, you wasn't. You wasn't even paying attention. So Nicole gets a special star for today. Maybe I should start giving out special stickers for you guys. Make sure you're paying attention and on your toes. Good idea. All right. Yes, thank you, Beth. Because like I said, I'm looking at all these names, and like I said before, guys, it can get a bit dry because it starts to sound like I'm saying the same thing over and over again. Don't lie. Don't lie. It sounds like I'm starting to repeat the same things over again, doesn't it? Because sometimes it does to me. But every once in a while, like the more that I read it, I can kind of like, that's interesting. Didn't I just say that? And I start to see the pattern. So now I'm stuck on Beth. I feel like this is Pee-wee's Playhouse. Remember Pee-wee's Playhouse? There was like the secret word of the day. When you hear the secret word of the day, scream real loud. And so the secret word of the day is Beth. The secret word of the secret word of the day is Beth. And for people who are just coming in like, what is she talking about? We're talking about land given to the tribes of Israel. And I just noticed after I keep reading, a particular part of a word or a part of a name is tacked onto everything else. And it is Beth. Beth this, Beth that, Beth Shemesh, Beth Kalal, Beth this. And I'm like, what does this Beth mean? It must mean something, or else they wouldn't keep using it. And I looked it up. And Beth in Hebrew, these are the Hebrew Israelites. In Hebrew, Beth comes from Elisheba, meaning either oath of God, like you take an oath, or the covenant, oath of God, or satisfaction. God is satisfaction. Have you ever been really satisfied by something, the way something turned out, or the way something tasted, or the way something felt, or the way something just turned out? You're just so satisfied. God is satisfaction. That's what Beth means, or oath of God. It is also a diminutive of Bethia, meaning daughter or worshiper of God, and Bethany, the New Testament village near Jerusalem. So that's why I'm making a big deal of that, because now that I noticed it, I can't unnotice it. Now that I've read it, I can't unsee it. You know what I'm saying? Like, now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. Now that I've heard it, I can't unhear it. And so it's the word of the day, Beth. I am paying attention. Oh, that's my other star pupil. My other star pupil says, excuse me, Miss Sanchez, but I did know the answer. If you recall, I gave you that answer yesterday, but it just wasn't the proper time. Yes, ma'am, I am paying attention. And then I had to hand out another star because I got 2 star pupils. I'm just joking. I'm half paying attention. This is why multitasking isn't advised. At least I have an honest student in the class. I got 3 stars from my 3 pupils. Hey, I used to be that student. Like, if we did something bad in the class and everybody like, let's lie. Let's just say something else, make something up. I would be the only person that'd be like, Mrs. Brown, that was my favorite teacher. Mrs. Brown, I did it. And everybody like, you stupid. Why you tell on yourself? And I'm like, I'd rather tell on myself than somebody else tell on me. And then I wouldn't get in as much trouble. Like, true story. True story. And then people were like, ugh, King, you weird. I had a good childhood, y'all. I had a great childhood. But yeah, when I got in trouble in school, I used to admit it, and I didn't get in as much trouble. Interesting, right? Good lesson. All right, I didn't lost my place. Y'all. But yes, I'm so sorry. Okay, we were talking about little Danny. Where's little Danny? Here we go. The land given to Dan. So that was verses 40 through 48. And now we are going to Joshua. We are back. Bring it back. Get back. Okay, we're on to the land of Joshua, and this is verse 49. Yep, it's better to confess than someone tell on you. Thank you. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, I used to do that all the time. And then the teacher trusted me more because she's like, if Kenya said she didn't do it, she didn't do it. Because if she would have did it, she would have told me. Anyways, verse 49. This is the land given to Joshua. After all the land was divided among the tribes, and that was a lot of land. That's 3 days worth of reading. Whew. After all the land was divided among the tribes, the Israelites gave a piece of land to Joshua as his allocation, for the Lord had said he could have any town he wanted. He chose Timnath Serah in the hill country of Ephraim. He rebuilt the town and lived there. These are the territories that Eleazar, the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the tribal leaders allocated as grants of land to the tribes of Israel by casting sacred lots. Remember those sacred lots? I showed that picture the other day. Urim and Thummim. It could have been sticks. It could have been anything, but I think it probably was Urim and Thummim. And if you don't know, you have to go back to either yesterday's live or 2 days ago, and I talked about it. So those are the pieces of land granted to the tribes of Israel by casting sacred lots in the presence of the Lord at the entrance of the tabernacle at Shiloh. So the division of land was completed, and that is verse 51. Okay, this is my last pop culture reference. I hate to keep bringing pop culture into it, but isn't Angelina Jolie in her daughter's name Shiloh? Just saying. Chapter 20. Beth. You got it. Even Fraser says Beth. Yes, exactly. Beth. Oath of God or God of Satisfaction. Beth. I would never look at another Beth the same. Every time I see the name Beth or hear the name Beth, I'm thinking like Beth, kind of like Becky, like, oh, Becky. Oh, hi, Beth. Hi, Becky. Hi. But from now on, when I hear that name Beth, I'm going to be like a little bit more respectful, a little bit more reverent, like, wow, you know your God, do you know your name means oath of God or God is satisfaction? And they're probably going to know because people usually know what their names mean. Bring it back to chapter 20, Kenya. Move it on. Push forward. Chapter 20 is talking about the cities of refuge. You guys remember what the cities of refuge are, right? Those are towns within the town. So if there's an accidental killing, like not intentional, accidental killing, accidents happen. That's why they call them freak accidents. There is a place of refuge where people can run to and live without fearing for their lives. Like, oh my gosh, I don't believe I did this. I didn't mean that. I don't know how that happened. I'm so sorry. And, somebody's going to come back and do revenge on me. But that's why they have these cities of refuge. Chapter 20, verse 1. The Lord said to Joshua, now tell the Israelites to designate the cities of refuge as I instructed Moses. Anyone who kills another person accidentally and unintentionally can run to one of these cities. They will be places of refuge from relatives seeking revenge for the person who was killed. Upon reaching one of these cities, the one who caused the death will appear before the elders at the city gate and present his case. They must allow him to enter the city and give him a place to live among them. If the relatives of the victim come to avenge the killing, the leaders must not release the slayer to them, for he killed the person unintentionally and without previous hostility. But the slayer must stay in that city and be tried by the local assembly, which will render a judgment. And he must continue to live in that city until the death of the high priest who was in the office at that time of the accident. After that, he is free to return to his own home in the town from which he fled. And in verse 7, the following cities were designated as cities of refuge: Kadesh of Galilee, in the hill country of Naphtali; Shechem, in the hill country of Ephraim; and Kiriath Arba, or Hebron, in the hill country of Judah. On the east side of the Jordan River, across from Jericho, the following cities were designated as refugee cities: Bezer, in the wilderness plain of the tribe of Reuben; Ramoth, in Gilead, in the territory of the tribe of Gad; and Golan in Bashan, in the land of the tribe of Manasseh. These cities were set apart for all of the Israelites as well as foreigners living among them. Anyone who accidentally killed another person could take refuge in one of these cities. In this way, they could escape being killed in revenge prior to standing trial before the local assembly. And so uh, that is how chapter 21 works out. I learn something every day. Oh, I missed something. The widow says, I love your childhood stories, Kenny, as much as you reading the Bible. Ah, gee, thanks. I try not to get off topic, but my brain is so... I have to let some of it out, and hopefully a lot of it will relate to the Bible. I learn something every day. That's what brings this to live and keeps the attention, because sometimes just reading the Bible can get intense. Wow, you know what? That is a perfect way to put it. I said dry. You say intense. That sounds much more diplomatic. Yeah, sometimes the Bible can get intense and a little bit dry. So dry that I have to get a little bit of water. But like I said before, you do have to really, because I mean, think about it. If this was nowadays, let's bring the Bible to modern days. Okay, we are the tribe. I don't know how many people are in here. Let me look at my analytics. It's 14 people in here, right? So it's at least 12 people in here for the to represent the tribe of Israel. It's 12 people in here, each representing the tribe of Israel, and the other two, you guys are the foreigners living amongst us. Now, think about it. Right now, everybody's like, I want to be part of the tribe. I don't want to be no foreigner. Psychologically, everybody want to be part of that tribe now. Like, which tribe am I? Which tribe am I? I ain't no foreigner. We're all foreigners. We are all foreigners. That's a whole nother live stream. So out of the 14 people in here right now, we are all part of the tribe of Israel, right? We've been going and walking and walking and walking. And man, I'm tired. I'm bored. You know how it is to be bored, don't we? I'm bored. We keep going through this wilderness. Moses, can't we just go back to Egypt? I think I can see one of the pyramids from here. Let's just head back. No, we're going to the promised land. We're going to the promised land. Ta-da! We arrive at the promised land. Whoa! Look at all this land. I want that one. I want that one. I want that one. Can I have that piece? So we're here and we're all excited and we're about to get our piece of land. And Moses has died. Rest in peace, Moses. Joshua's here. Hooray! Joshua's lit us on. Okay, first we got to go through this Jordan River. Wow, this seems familiar. The waters are parting. Yeah, I know. That happened with Moses back at the Red Sea. Oh yeah, I thought so. Deja vu. And then we're going through the Jordan River. Do 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 do. And then we're there, and then we're fighting. Ooh, ah, dang, that hurt. And we're fighting, and we're getting on the land, because you get land, and you get land, and you get land, and you get land, and now we got all this land, and it's like, okay, now it's time to bring out the chalk. I'm gonna get this chalk, and I'm gonna draw a line, okay? That's mine, that's yours. And I'm gonna draw this line, that's mine, that's yours. Because this is important, right? We've been through all of this. I need to know, where does my property line lay? Where's my property line? Because when it comes down to it, I gotta get mine. You gotta get yours. I gotta get mine. That's from the 90s. That's a rap from the 90s. But my point is, it's important to go through all of this, to the west of this and to the east of that and over the hills and over the bridge, and like, it's really important because people are territorial. People are just like animals. People are territorial. I'm tired. I just got off work. I done been through this wilderness for the last 40 years. I just want to come home and relax. Well, where's home? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Home is this little part right here, over this little part right here, through this little part right here. So there won't be any disputes later on. So that's why I say it can get a bit dry or intense. It can get a little bit dry. But it's important to know where these boundary lines are for them, so they can live in peace and harmony, and for us, so that later on we will know who is where everybody's living, and what's going on. Yeah. Chapter 21. Oh, wait. Am I not supposed to read that part? I think I'm done, you guys. No. Yeah, I am supposed to do chapter 21. I'm looking at my guide, which I never showed you guys. Shame, Kenya, for shame. Don't keep it to yourself. I never did my screen share. This is the screen share, you guys. This is what I should be reading today. Joshua 19, 20, and 21. So I actually have the wrong title up there on the screen. I think I put 19 and 20 or 18 and 20. I don't know what I put on that screen. What did I put on that screen? Yeah, I did. I just put 19 and 20. Okay, so today is 19, 20, and 21. If you look at those checkpoints, we're supposed to be covering the cities of refuge. See if I can zoom in. Oh, I can. Ooh, that's cool. Because I know some people are watching this on their phone, and sometimes it's really hard to see these small things. These are the checkpoints. So Monday I read Joshua 13 through 15. Tuesday I read 16 through 18. Today I will be reading 19 through 21. So I got one more chapter to go. And yeah, if you look over at the checkpoints, it's talking about cities of refuge, which we just talked about today. Sometime during the rest of this week, we're going to talk about buried bones, truth exchanged for a lie, a demonstration of God's love, and no condemnation. No condemnation. So there we go. Cities of refuge. We just talked about that. And Joshua 19 through 21. And so now I know I am right on task. I almost quit early. You guys don't want me to quit early, do you? Of course not. You want to hear the whole story. You want to hear the truth? Oh, what happened to my why is my screen black? That's weird. That is very weird. Okay, my screen came back. Okay. The screen was black, so I didn't know if you guys were seeing black or what. Weird. I don't want to do this work, hence why I'm here, but the due date is today. Girl, you better get that work done. I know what you mean though. I know what you mean. Like it's work that needs to be done, but you kind of need a break from it. You kind of don't feel like doing it. So you're like, "Oh, I'm going to do my work while I listen to music. Oh, I'm going to do my work while I listen to the Bible reading." And then like your attention kind of gets toward one or the other. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Well, let me finish up this chapter so you can finish your work, because I don't want you to miss the due date. The deadline is today. Chapter 21, everybody. Now that I've done my screen share, and by the way, that is A Woman's Guide to Reading the Bible. It's a Kindle download. There's a physical book available if you want to. The links are in the description. If you're ever curious as to the Bible format that I'm reading or the study guide, those links are in the description. On to chapter 21. On to chapter 21. This is the towns given to the Levites. Who are the Levites? Yes, correct. The Levites are the priests. Then the leaders of the tribe of Levi came to consult with Eleazar, the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the leaders of the other tribes of Israel. They came to them at Shiloh in the land of Canaan and said, "The Lord commanded Moses to give us towns to live in and pasture lands for our livestock. So by the command of the Lord, the people of Israel gave the Levites the following towns and pasture lands out of their own grants of land. The descendants of Aaron," remember that was Moses' brother, "the descendants of Aaron, who were members of the Kohathite clan within the tribe of Levi, were allotted 13 towns that were originally assigned to the tribes of Judah, Simeon, and Benjamin. The other families of the Kohathite clan were allotted 10 towns from the tribes of Ephraim, Dan, and the half-tribe of Manasseh. The clan of Gershon was allotted 13 towns from the tribes of Issachar, Asher, Naphtali, and the half-tribe of Manasseh in Bashan. And the clan of Merari was allotted 12 towns from the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and Zebulun. So if you remember, these little clans that I'm talking about, those are the clans within the Levite tribe, the priests They all had their own little breakdown. So as part of the Levites, there were the clan of Gershon, the clan of Merari, and the clans of Kohathite, and they get their piece of land too. They don't get land, but they're getting it from the people. So the Israelites obeyed the Lord's command to Moses and assigned these towns and pasture lands to the Levites by casting sacred lots. The Israelites, this is verse 9, 21 and 9. The Israelites gave the following towns from the tribes of Judah and Simeon to the descendants of Aaron, who were members of the Kohathite clan within the tribe of Levi, since the sacred lot fell first to them. Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, in the hill country of Judah, along with its surrounding pasture lands. Arba was the ancestors of Anak. And you guys remember the Anak, right? The Anak or the Anakim. Those were those huge people, part of the Nephilim, the giants. But the open fields beyond the town and the surrounding villages were given to Caleb, son of Jephunneh, as his possession. Verse 13 says, the following towns with their pasture lands were given to the descendants of Aaron, the priest. Hebron, a city of refuge for those who accidentally killed someone. Libnah, Jatir, Eshtemoa, Holon, Debir, Ain, Juttah, and Beth Shemesh. Those are 9 towns from these 2 tribes. And from the tribe of Benjamin, good old Benny. From the tribes of Benjamin, the priests were given the following towns with their pasture lands: Gibeon, Geba, Anathoth, and Almon. Those are 4 towns. So in all, 13 towns with their pasture lands were given to the priests, the descendants of Aaron. Now the rest of the Kohathite clan from the tribe of Levi was allotted the following towns and pasture lands from the tribe of Ephraim: Shechem in the hill country of Ephraim, which was also a city of refuge for those who accidentally killed someone. Gezer, Kibzaim, and Beth Horon. Those are 4 towns. The following towns and pasture lands were allotted to the priests from the tribe of Dan: Eltekeh, Gibbethon, Aijalon, and Gathrimmon. Those are 4 towns. The half tribe of Manasseh allotted the following towns within their pasture lands to the priests: Anak and Gathrimmon. Those are 2 towns. So in all, 10 towns with their pasture lands were given to the rest of the Kohathite clan. And that's just one particular clan. Now we're going to talk about the clan of Gershon in verse 27. Another clan within the tribe of Levi received the following towns with their pasture lands from the half tribe of Manasseh: Golan in Bashan, which was another city of refuge, and Beeshterah, 2 different towns. From the tribe of Issachar, they received the following towns with their pasture lands: Kishion and Dabereth, Jarmuth and Enganim, 4 towns. From the tribe of Asher, they received the following towns with their pasture lands: Mishal, Abdon, Helkath, and Rehob, 4 towns. From the tribe of Naphtali, they received the following towns with their pasture lands: Kadesh in Galilee, another city of refuge, Hamath Dor, and Kartan. Those are 3 towns. So in all, 13 towns with their pasture lands were allotted to the clan of Gershon. And now for the rest of the Levites, the Merari, that were given the following towns within their pasture lands from the tribe of Zebulun. And these were the places that they were given: Jokneam, Karta, Dimnah, and Nahalal. Those are 4 different towns. From the tribe of Reuben, they received the following towns with their pasture lands: Bezer, Jahaz, Kedemoth, and Mephaath, 4 different towns. And from the tribe of Gad, they received the following towns with their pasture lands: Ramoth and Gilead, also a city of refuge for those who accidentally killed someone; Mahanaim, Heshbon, and Jazer, 4 different towns. So in all, 12 towns were allotted to the clan of Merari. The total number of towns and pasture lands within Israelite territory given to the Levites came to 48. Every one of these towns had pasture land surrounding it. So the Lord gave to Israel all the land he had sworn to give their ancestors, and they took possession of it and settled there. And the Lord gave them rest on every side, just as he had solemnly promised their ancestors. None of their enemies could stand against them, for the Lord helped them conquer all their enemies. Not a single one of the good promises the Lord had given to the family of Israel was left unfulfilled. Everything he had spoken came true. That is it for today's reading. I believe tomorrow we're going to finish up Joshua because there's only 3 chapters left. I sure do appreciate you guys hanging out with me at my party. My Bible reading party. At my party. I'm going to read a little bit more about Beth just because I did find it really quickly in my Bible dictionary. Beth, come on, Beth. We're going to be late for the Bible reading party. Like, totally. Okay, Beth. It's like Ashley, which is a beautiful name. But growing up in the 90s, like, Ashley was so popular. Like, everybody was named Ashley or Beth or Becky. Beth. Come on, Beth. So this is my compact Bible reading dictionary, or Bible dictionary, Nelson's compact series. And I just found the heading for Beth. Party with my water. I know that's right. Partying. We what do they call it? Clicking bottles or snapping bottles? Cracking bottles? Popping bottles. I'm popping my bottle of Essentia water. Overachieving H2O, y'all. That's what kind of party this is. I'm cracking, popping, whatever. Snap, crackle, pop. I got my water too. All right, this is Beth. Wow, we got a lot of names in here. Bernice, Beth, Benjamin. So Beth, meaning house, Beth is house, a prefix used in many compound words. Yeah, I know, I just noticed that. A prefix used in many words, such as Beth Anath, meaning house of Anath, or Beth Araba, meaning house of the desert. Dozens of place names retained Beth as the first half of a 2-part name, such as Beth Aven. In other instances, the 2 parts were merged, yielding such familiar names as Bethel, meaning house of God, Bethsaida, house of fishing. Beth is also the 2nd letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Let me see. Wow. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit more just because in today's reading, some of these Beths were in there. I won't read all the Beths, just the ones that we read about. So Beth Horon, that was part of the reading today. Beth Horon means house of God, and it is twin towns named after Horon, the Canaanite god of the underworld. Ooh, scary. The 2 towns, Upper and Lower Beth Horon, mentioned in Joshua 16 and 3 and 5, were separated by only a few miles. The towns were situated at the west end of the Ephraimite mountains on the boundary line between the territories of Benjamin and Ephraim. They were assigned to Ephraim and given to the Kohathites. Joshua 21, that's what we just read. These twin towns were called Upper and Lower because of the great difference in elevation between them. Upper Beth Horon was approximately 2,000 feet above sea level, and Lower Beth Horon was 1,200 feet or 369 meters above sea level. The steep descent between them provided the best pass through the mountains from Jerusalem to Joppa and the Mediterranean Sea. For this reason, both towns became heavily fortified at various periods in history as a means of defense for Jerusalem. The historical record of these cities reads like a page out of a war manual. When Joshua overcame the Amorites in the battle where the sun stood still, The Lord routed them before Israel, killed them with a great slaughter at Gibeon, and chased them along the road that goes to Beth Horon. When the Philistines fought against King Saul at Michmash, they sent a company of soldiers along the road to Beth Horon. Ah, yeah, remember like 3 or 4 days ago there was an ambush? They let the people out of the town, and then the people over here went and snuck into the town, took it over, and then when all the warriors turned around and looked, it was like, oh, too late, and then they were ambushed. So that's where they were. I think I saw another familiar one. Beth Shemesh. Remember me mentioning Beth Shemesh? Beth Shemesh, oh, I'm saying it wrong. Beth Shemesh means house of the sun god. House of the sun god. A town in the valley of Sorek, 15 miles or 24 kilometers west of Jerusalem. It was situated northwest of Judah's territory, near the Philistine border, and that's referring back to Joshua 15. It was probably the same city as Ir Shemesh, which was allotted to the tribe of Dan. Later, Judah gave Beth Shemesh to the Levites. We just read about that today. After their victory at Aphek, the Philistines took the Ark of the Covenant to Ashdod and Ekron, cities upon which God's judgment quickly fell. The Ark was removed then to Beth Shemesh, where it remained until it was taken to Kirjath Jearim. Later, Beth Shemesh was in the second administrative district of Solomon. At Beth Shemesh, Israel's king Jehoash and Judah's king Amaziah met in battle. There's Bethany, there's Bethel, there's Bethsaida, there's Bethlehem, there's Bethphage, there's Bethsaida. I'm gonna end off with Bethlehem, and then that's gonna be it for the reading today. So Bethlehem, if you didn't know, means house of bread or house of the god Lamu. The birthplace of Jesus Christ, Bethlehem, was situated about 5 miles or 8 kilometers south of Jerusalem in the district known as Ephrathah in Judah, a region known for its fertile hills and valleys. Bethlehem was the burial place of Rachel, the wife of Jacob, back in Genesis, the original home of Naomi and her family. It was also the setting for much of the book of Ruth. Bethlehem also was the ancestral home of David and was rebuilt and fortified by King Rehoboam. The most important Old Testament figure associated with Bethlehem was David, Israel's great king. And Bethlehem, Samuel anointed David as Saul's successor. Although David made Jerusalem his capital city, he never lost his love for Bethlehem. 2 Samuel 23:14-17 is a warm story about David's longing for a drink of water from the well of Bethlehem, which was a Philistine garrison at the time. But when 3 of David's mighty men broke through Philistine lines to draw a drink of water, David refused to drink it because it symbolized the blood of the men who went in jeopardy of their lives. The prophet Micah predicted that Bethlehem would be the birthplace of the Messiah, a prophecy quoted in Matthew 2:6. It is significant that the King of Kings, who was from the house of David, was born in David's ancestral home. According to Luke 2:11, Jesus was born in the city of David, or Bethlehem. Christ, who is the bread of life, that's what it's called, was cradled in a town whose name means house of bread. The Church of the Nativity, which marks the birthplace of the Savior, is one of the best authenticated sites in the Holy Land. The present structure, built over the cave area that served as a stable for the inn, goes back to the time of the Roman Emperor Justinian. This church replaces an earlier building, built in 330 AD by Helena, the mother of the Roman Emperor Constantine. That is some intense reading, y'all. That, I was digging deep. I was digging so deep, I think I struck gold. Yeah, I was curious. I was curious. Oh my goodness, I had somebody new come in and I didn't even say hello. I'm so sorry. Joy Felix. Joy Felix. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am sorry I did not see you when you came in, but you are most welcome here. And as a token of my appreciation of you coming in and hanging out with me, I give you the golden star of participation. That is the gold star participation for leaving your first comment while you came in. Welcome, welcome. So Joy Felix says, great. Actually, did you come in here before? Or maybe it's just been a while. Smash the like button. We have 16 in the house. When Kenya leaves, I'll have to get back to boring work, but it's important. Katan says, I have to run. Someone from NH is coming to take a look at my roof. I need roof done. All right. I'm heading on out. I do appreciate you hanging out with me. Enjoyed the word. Fantastic host. Enjoy your day. See you tomorrow. And bye, Eva. And at me. Oh, no. That's me at Joy. And I want a cat. Hey, Joy. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been today's reading of Joshua 19, 20, and 21. It did get a little bit intense there, as Bunnies, now known as I Want a Cat, said. But it does tell the story. Because really, who wants to know half of the story? Don't you want to know the full story so you can come to your own conclusion? Don't just tell me the juicy bits. Don't just tell me the part that's going to give me a reaction. I want to know the whole story. Now I'm talking about gossip at work. People only tell you the part they want you to hear. Anyways, they don't always tell you the full story. Because the full story is kind of dry sometimes, right? Shout out to I Want a Cat, The Wiz, Nicole, Eva Frazier, Life of Key, Bucky's 2.0, Eagle VP, The Wiz, and Joy. Nope. Cotton Cooking Mama's Homestead and Joy Felix. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Thank you for those who left a comment or participated in the chat. Thank you for the thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please like the live stream. It lets YouTube know what a fine job I'm doing, and it does make it easier for other people to find me. And so with that, a little prayer on the way out. Hope you learned something new today. I hope it sticks with you, and I hope as we go on, it helps you to understand a little bit more. But feels good. Feels good. Relax. Relax. A lot of warring, a lot of fighting, a lot of real estate issues. Now I just want to pray and say thank you. This is the day that the Lord has made. What are we going to do? Rejoice! This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Yes, yes, yes. Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for this week. Lord, thank you that it's hump day. It is wetness day. It is the middle of the week. We are at the top of the hump. Nowhere to go but down, down, down into the weekend. Oh, thank you, Lord, for today, for waking me up, for my beautiful live stream that I think went pretty well today. Thank you for all the people who were in the live stream, participating and helping out. I am thankful for the opportunity to read the Bible in my own home, in the safety of my own home, in the comfort of my own home. No persecution, no interruption, no issues, just me reading the Bible, just me enjoying myself, bringing the stories of the Bible to life so that I can understand it and the people listening can understand it. Bless everyone in the live stream. Bless those who need healing. Bless those who are bored and have cabin fever and they just need some relief on their mind. I pray that today they find something that is so exciting that it captures their attention and it brings them joy and, gets rid of the stagnation of this day in and day out of sheltering in. I pray that everyone today has something exciting or interesting or something that holds their curiosity and, just gives them a little bit of joy and contentment today. For those of us who have to do some work, I pray that the work gets done quickly and efficiently, but properly, and that the work is done and completed to its full satisfaction. For those of us who are coming in today for the first time, I pray that they were touched by the word and inspired by what they heard, and that they come back tomorrow for some more Bible reading. My final prayer today, Lord, is that everybody listening today or later on in the replay, that they are inspired to read the Bible on their own. If they don't have a Bible, they can download it on an app, and that they can just start to read little by little the Bible in their own time, so they can understand, come to their own understanding, and they can build their own relationship with you, or if they have it already, strengthen it, because we are in some hard times. And if nothing else, we need to be armed and equipped with the word so we can make it through this unprecedented time. Very, very important. That is my prayer today, Lord. Amen. 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 Who needs a nap? I do. You guys know I didn't sleep the other day. I stayed up for 24 hours. When I got off of here yesterday, I said, I'm going to go take a nap. I didn't take a nap. And so today I'm going to take a nap. I'm glad that I fed my spirit. I still need to feed my tummy. I'm a little hungry, but even though I didn't feed my tummy yet, I fed my spirit. And it's good enough for me until I wake up later. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Don't forget to drink your water. Now that we've had the bread of life, don't forget to drink your water. For man does not live on bread and water alone, but by the... you can't start a scripture and not be able to finish it. That's what Google's for. That's what Google's for. See, this is why I need to study more myself, so I can, if I quote a scripture, I can finish it. Man does not live by bread and water alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God. That is Matthew 4:4. The teacher's going to take my gold star back. All right, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. Entrepreneur Drive 40, Entrepreneur Drive. Entrepreneur Drive 40, Entrepreneur Drive. Entrepreneur Drive 40, Entrepreneur Drive. Thanks for watching, share, like, and subscribe. Mm.